You know, if I stare at this box long enough, it almost makes me forget that the entire power grid is out and I'll probably not be able to watch TV for another month or so. Anyways, everyone, welcome back to Project Zomboid, and today we're gonna see what's below this flooring right here. In order to do that, we're gonna need a few things, but before we grab those things, we can describe Sammy's predicament. She has currently moved pretty far from her original spawning area. Building out from the Gigamart to the cafe to the apartments all the way over here, probably going over 50 planks. And I'm guessing by the end of the series, we're going to be going through a lot more. I have no idea how long we have survived, but we have killed 7 zombies, and hopefully we get ourselves some cool loot inside of this building. If we don't, that's fine as well, because the main goal, aside from looting that below area, is going to be reading our magazines and setting up some long-term survival baselines. Like the composters, the rain collectors, and finally, knowledge. We're gonna be doing a lot of reading today to see what we can actually make. Let's go make some sheet ropes and drop ourselves on down. It's now time for the moment of truth. I am a little bit worried about going down here, mainly because it could be a death trap, but with the sheet rope, we should hopefully be able to escape. One step at a time. Oh, hello there. What do we have here? Okay, it's not the garage area like I had hoped, but it looks like we have ourselves, let's see, It's a really good day, everyone. This right here is a hardware store. We have boots, we have clothing, I guess. We have chain link fencing kits, flashlights, industrial propane tanks, solar panels. Oh, yeah, no, this just, I'll be completely honest with you. I was expecting copper. We just found gold. Okay, is there anything else that's cool? I mean, nails would be pretty nice. A motor, metal sheets, wires. The wire is also pretty good. A man light. That's probably better than the flashlight I have. Saws, pipe wrenches, nail gun magazines. We have one last spot here, and that's gonna be it. Okay, there's nothing inside of that tool cabinet. That's fine. Let's go head upstairs, and we will rejoice in the fact that we have everything we need. Alright, now that Swimming Sammy's up, I think we're gonna spend the rest of the day grabbing all of the loot, right? In order to not drop the solar panels, we are gonna have to equip them as primary and secondary, but with that, we should be able to dunk down, grab the cool stuff, and get back up, dropping everything off inside here. Before we do that, though, we need to take care of ourselves. I'm feeling pretty terrible, so after we're done taking care of ourselves, we're gonna be dunking for treasure. I'm really sad, though, that I'm not gonna be able to learn what's inside here, right? Because we can't disassemble the roof here, and I have a feeling if this is a hardware store, that spot down there is gonna be a warehouse. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait on that. Maybe if I get a sledgehammer in the future, we can see. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. Looking at this, I think I may have been wrong about Swimming Sammy. Yeah, no, I think she's one of the most athletic characters I've ever done on this series. And while it's not shown in the actual stats themselves, we had just gotten done lifting, let's see, how heavy of a propane tank? A 20 kilogram propane tank, right? Not only did we grab it, we were able to swim a pretty small distance with it, and then we climbed up about 6 feet of rope, climbing over a fence line to drop it off here. That's really damn strong, and I'm really happy about it, despite the fact that we don't have a propane tank to use it with, so it's kinda like a big old paperweight. The same goes for the solar panel as well. Because even in order to place it down, let alone grab the other parts, we're gonna need level 3 electrical skill, which we are pretty far away from. Matter of fact, we have 6.3 XP out of 75 for the first damn level. It's gonna be a little bit, but these are very good building blocks for me to use Speaking about using, we disassembled all of the furniture, well, just about all the furniture inside the apartment, giving me a total of 14 planks, which will allow me to build out quite a bit of stuff. I think I'm gonna disassemble the rest of the doors and beds in here. I'm gonna leave the couch though, because it looks pretty cool, and then once we're done with that, we are gonna try our best to lug everything inside our apartment. I will say, though, the temptation to move base location hits me once again, because I'm looking over at that building there, and it's looking pretty promising. Never mind, actually, there's no windows coming out the sides. But at the same time, it is pretty close by to other buildings. You know what? Am I about to move a third time to that place right over there? We might actually be. The only thing I want to see right now is how it looks indoors. So let's build on over to it, using the planks we just got done grabbing. Okay, we're over, and it kind of shows why I want this place to be my home, right? Because it's a little bit small, but it has rooftop access on the sides, and I'll be able to turn these roofs into gardens and water collection areas in the future. I kind of realize now my old apartment area, it doesn't really have any of that. You know, it's very hard to access the roof. It's very condensed in. This spot over here, though, is a lot more open. It has proximity to more buildings, and it just feels more pleasant to live at. So far, I'm really liking it. The only issue right now is if the interior is actually good or not. So let me grab a weapon, and we will infiltrate this apartment. Come hell or high water. We're in. Okay, is there anyone in here now? So far, so good. I really like the Barbie pink couches. That's very nice. No zombies in the bathroom, none in the bedroom, and if we go downstairs, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a peek-see. Nope, that is a death trap waiting for me. I don't even see the exit for that. The more I'm looking around, the more I realize I hear a lot of zombie moans and groans, so I don't think we're gonna stay here. Yeah, no, you can definitely hear them down there. Well, I guess it's more real estate to use for planks. Is there anything cool in here? We have pop, juice, lard, dried white beans, chunks of rotten meat. All of that is going to be really helpful for our composter. Another toy flashlight. That is a shotgun with 6 shells. Oh, I doubt we're ever going to get use out of it, but that's pretty damn awesome. There's a bunch of electronics. Carpentry Volume 2, Electrician Volume 3. I might need that, actually. Another crossbow manual. Spiffo? Aw, dude, freaking steel. Wow, it really is like the Barbie house, huh? With like the baby blue, the hot pink. Yeah. Pretty cool spot. And now that we've decided to not move here, I can move all of the supplies we have found back over towards our little base. In the trash can of the Barbie house, there was a manual to create improvised explosives. Yeah, I'm sure Sammy will get a lot of use out of that. Yoink. Hello? Oh, what the hell? Where did you come from, ma'am? That is kinda scary. That's terrifying, actually. Did you have a watch on you? Yes, you did. Thank you very much. Oh, that is the best thing you ever could have given me, ma'am. Where the hell did you come from, though? Maybe I should be a little bit more careful doing this, but we have gotten the first load back home. I don't think we can tell how long we survived. Yeah, we're gonna need a digital watch for that, but at least we can tell it's 2:30 p.m. It's the small things that are gonna keep me going. The job is done. We have collected almost all, if not all, of the items in the previous apartment, giving my place a very nice makeover. I decided to start dropping in some small decoration pieces here and there as well, to kinda liven up the place. One of these times I'll need to disassemble the bed though. That thing alone looks like it holds like 20 different diseases inside. Anyways, I decided to drop in an extra bookshelf to keep all of my literature. Over here, I dropped down all of the, chain link fence and the solar panels. We also dropped off the cool little poster. Inside our fridge here, we do have all of our food. On top of that, I have also decided to start to throw in all of the rotten food into the freezer so we can use it for composting later. Yeah, it all looks pretty good. We were able to get a whole bunch more supplies, a bunch more weapons, and even some electronical devices to disassemble later. I'm gonna save that for when I read the book though, to give me as much bang for my buck. Okay, that is just about everything. The only thing I need to update you guys on is my hunger. I'm hungry. And you know what? This would be a perfect time to read the Herbalist magazine. I will be reading a bunch more, but this one takes a little bit of precedent. Because with it, I can finally discern what berries are edible and which ones are poisonous. Let's see if it worked out for me. Yes, it does work. We can now tell which mushrooms and berries are poisonous. That is huge! That is gonna change so much in my life, actually. Okay, it looks like we can eat one thing of berries right over here. Delicious. I will supplement that by eating an entire acorn. That's literally eating a piece of wood, but whatever makes you happy, Sammy. Now that we have gotten a half-full stomach, now let's make it real full. With a good old-fashioned bag of chips. Delicious. Now that we are filled up, I can show you our last little haul, and that's gonna be the numerous amounts of planks I've gotten in the other building. We could use it to, build over towards another area, but I have a better idea. I am gonna create a rooftop access point with the ladders we have gotten. Because we really don't have any rooftop that's really accessible, so making one to where I can set up the composters and rainwater collector barrels would be very nice. I was thinking of setting it up on a different rooftop, which is something I might do, because the apartment block we have is 4 stories, while the buildings around me are 3. So in order to actually build towards the roof, we're gonna need to do things in a very specific sequence. First of all, we need access to the rooftop of the medical clinic. As soon as we get that, what I'm gonna need to do is drop down a sheet rope right over here so I can access it a little bit closer towards our place. Did you get all that? Good, 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 good. Now you might be asking yourself, why don't I just drop down the ladder right here? Well, it's pretty simple. It's because we can only place the ladder in 2 ways. Facing it to the east or facing it to the north. I can't move it down south or west, so as much sense as it would make to just place the ladder right here, the problem is it's 4 stories, so it's probably not gonna work. Actually, would it? I'm a little bit scared to test. No, we're not gonna test it. Instead, I'm going to be going with my original plan. Starting with the flooring. Moving on towards the ladder, and once we have that set up, we have rooftop access. Aw, hell yeah! We're up. It's a little bit scary, so speaking about that, I'm going to drop in some safety measures. It's going to require a little bit more planks, but it gives me peace of mind, which is what I really, really care about. Awesome, now that we have that, we can finally move on to the last thing. I am gonna set up a fence right down over here. And once we have that down, we're gonna go grab some sheet rope. Dropping it down just like that, giving me 2 ways of accessing a rooftop. Aw, dude, that is so nice, and with it, we can finally set up our proper furniture. We did go through just about all of our planks, though, so you know what time it is. It's 4 p.m. actually, but aside from that, it's time to disassemble even more stuff. I am gonna head down towards the apartments and see what I can grab. We are running low on resources though, and my gosh, the planks are ever going to be expensive. At the very least, we have even more avenues to travel throughout the rooftop areas. I will see you tomorrow. That's gonna be another day down the drain. Well, I wouldn't really say down the drain because we are pretty productive. But I will say, with how fast we're going through days, this might be a 100-day series. I have no idea though. What I do know is that our house is really shaping up. I placed down the rugs, which definitely don't match up. Maybe I'll fix that later. For now, it looks serviceable. But most importantly, we got some planks. About a third of it I did place into our cupboards here because we will be reading for the rest of the day today, which means magazines. But on the other end, we do have around 16 planks to potentially move to a new building. I have no idea where we're going to be going next, but that's a part of the fun, right? What's also pretty fun is figuring out what Sammy can make in her current state, as we have so many skill magazines, and it's about damn time we read all of them. I will also be reading Electrician Volume 1 if the magazines don't take up all of the day. So let's grab every single skill and recipe magazine we have. Holy hell, we have a lot to go through. Let's start off with the most important one though, new advancements, energy from the sun. Boom, we now know solar power. We do have the battery, we do have the solar panel. I think the only thing we need is the failsafe, which might be pretty hard to get. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, guys. For now, we can focus on other stuff. Up next, let's go read. You know what? Let's just read all of it and see what we can actually craft up. Starting off with Doomsday Preppers, Forge Blueprints, Historical Weapons Crossbows, Angler Magazine Volume 1, Car Butchering, Electronics, Engineer, Good Cooking Magazine, Lane's Auto Manuals, Post-Apocalyptic Nights, Raven's Notes, Farming and the Hunter, finally finishing it off with a Metalworking Magazine and Wasteland Warriors. That is a lot of knowledge to absorb in like 2 whole hours. I will drop off all of the magazines inside here, grabbing the skill books to put them in the respective parts. Oh, that looks so much better already, especially with the skill books. It's so nice and color-coded. I'm hungry, I'm bored, let's read a magazine. Eating a couple of cans of sardines. By the way, I know it looks like we have a lot of food right now, but in reality, we are running low pretty quickly. So, in the future, I might try and loot maybe a grocery store. If I do recall correctly, the building across the hardware store might be that, if it's the same building from West Point that I'm thinking of, so that might be a good goal for next time that wouldn't require too many planks. Regardless, we are fed, and that's what matters right now. Okay, now it's time to pull up the crafting menu, clear the search, and filter through all. What can we make? We can make spiked baseball bats, a DIY mouse trap. That would be very nice, actually. Let's get a couple of those. We can make a crude crossbow, stringless. Okay, that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. A makeshift needle, that would be very nice. A pipe sword, ripped sheet clothing, short metal bolts. Okay, it looks like we might be able to make a crossbow very soon. And that's it. Wow, I was really expecting a little bit more, not gonna lie. Well, I guess we don't really have a lot of skills right now, especially ones that require metalworking or any skill other than carpentry. You know what? At the very least, we got it out of the way, and I think we've earned ourselves a crossbow. And while we're at it, let's make a pipe sword as well. That sounds awesome. And that's actually it. Oh, aside from the bolts, of course, in which I'm gonna make 4 just to see. Okay, can I string this bad boy up now? Yes, we can. It looks like we need wooden bolts rather than metallic bolts. I think we can make that if we go grab our plank really quick. Creating sturdy sticks, then hopefully building crossbow bolts. There it is. Perfect. We can make a total of 2. Hell yeah. How does this thing fire? It fires pretty nicely. I don't know why I shot my damn wall, but that is very nice. Okay, I think with that, we are just about done then. Ah, man, I was kind of expecting a little bit more reading through all of the magazines, but I think we're missing a few key components, which is gonna be twine. We need twine for just about everything, so it makes a little bit of sense. How does my sword look, by the way? Ooh, not bad. Very, very makeshift. Anyways, we have done quite a bit today. We've gotten rooftop access, we've read almost all of our skill books, found a whole bunch of delicious supplies, and not only that, but we have made it to a brand new area as well. Cutting in right through here. Overall, I will count the last few days a massive success, but this is where I'm going to end the episode. Anyways, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. Swimming Sammy will see you guys next time, in which she probably sets up some actual long-term supplies. For real this time. Peace out, everyone.